can't tell where yours begins. I can't tell where mine is. Brown skin up against my brown skin. So every now and then, oh.
Ooh, girl, you're talking about getting in the mood. Well, it is the Sweethearts Weekend, and I'm hearing all over the ladies are having a challenge with the Super Bowl. But let me tell you something. We are talking tonight all about the love relationship. We were on last night, and I just felt like I just had to have Reverend Dr. Shaw back again so we could dive into the sexy of the moment. And so welcome to Taking Center Stage with me, and owning it is Reverend Dr. LaVonne Shaw, aka the Erogenous Coach. And I know I messed that up. I've been practicing, and so say it right. Say it right for us.
So let's do a little lesson. So ERO is Eros. It's part of Eros. So Erogenous Coach.
Erogenous. There you go. Correct me, sis. I'm good.
And listen, the Eros is the physical part of God. The physical part of God. So, yeah,
and I think I'll chalk that up to nerves.
It's okay.
And so listen, I want to read because I want to read from your like a little snippet on your Marriage Bed Revival Challenge book, because I want them to know that you do have your published author, you do have a book out there, and it is about helping couples to really enhance and bring the pleasure back to that marriage bed. And so here the couples are struggling, Christian couples are hurting, marriages can be saved, and intimate challenges can be overcome to help couples. 51% of our married couples polled today said that they wish they were having more sex. It takes 21 days to turn a bad habit into a good one. Grow in your intimacy by making a good habit yourselves by purchasing this book today. When it comes to preaching and entertaining, enlightening, and educating, no one in talk radio compares to Reverend Dr. LaVonne Shaw. Dr. Shaw's high-octane energy and her love for interacting with her listeners is just one reason for the popularity and success of the Erogenous Coach talk show. And we're going to share with you about the talk show a little later, ladies and gentlemen, but we are so excited to have you here tonight. And what I want people to really understand is that the bed of the marriage and the man and the wife is not defiled. And so what we're trying to say is not to be just out there, just do anything. But what we're saying is there's an importance for married couples to understand this is a critical part of why people are divorcing. We're not talking about it, but why people are not divorcing. And intimacy, like you said, is not about really physical touch. It's about what's going on before you get to the touch. And so come on, speak to us. I know you're ready to talk. Last night we were going, and Dr. Shaw was a little quiet over there, and I just said, no, we got to have some juice. We got to have some juice. I need some juice from my sister. So come on, talk to us.
They were in the churches last night, so I'm like, okay, you're going to stay there by yourself, because I got some energy, and I'm not going where y'all going. I'm not sad at all, but I am so happy to be here. I love you so much, Marissa, and thank you so much for inviting me back. And just a little tidbit, you want to talk about things we can do for Valentine's Day, getting ready, but I'm here to tell you that I go around the world, keep my passport on me, teaching, coaching women and couples how to minister between the sheets, honey. That God made sex, and God made sex to be good, made it for you to be enjoyed, made it to make you happy. I love the fact that Tina Campbell is going around, and I've been telling you that for years, and she has a bigger platform to announce what I'm saying, that God allowed your body, he created your body, he made man and he made woman. Everything he gave on your body, he made it good. He made it excellent. He made it for you to enjoy. Now, the best part, we know God does not make any mistakes. He made the clitoris. With me, clitoris. The clitoris is not anything to do with birthing, because the church will tell you that sex is just for procreation. Lies. God put the clitoris into the part of your lovemaking, The only assignment, the clitoris understands the assignment. The only assignment is what? Pleasure, darling. Pleasure. Over 8,000 nerve endings for pleasure, just to tantalize your mind, your ears, the tip of your nose, the tingling in your toes. So that's what I do. That's what I do. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, how to incorporate that for this weekend. And let me say something. We have a toy store, and for the church, I'll meet you where you are. The church act like you don't play with toys. So we call them marital enrichment tools. The marital enrichment tools store is called Valentines 365 because you can have Valentines 365 days a year. And that you need to know Valentine's is not just one day. It is not just one day. You need to make love to your husband or to your partner as often as you can. I'm sorry, I got a little person knocking on my door. I hope you guys can't hear them. So, but for as often as you can. Mm-hmm.
And I like how you talk about when you and talk about the frequency of it. I like how you mention and you have a couples retreat. And I know
Mm-hmm.
you have a couples retreat, and you talk about in some of your writings and the importance of not holding it as a punishment or a reward. And you and I had that kind of conversation I think it was like last week or whatever. You and I had the conversation about how
Yes.
we are
Yes.
not supposed to abstain from sex unless it's for fasting and prayer. And we talked about how critically important it is that if you do go away for that period of time for solitude or whatever, that you're to come back together quickly.
Come back together quickly, and that scripture, and people like what they they never hear that part or don't read that part or don't digest that part. They know that it says if you separate for fasting and prayer, make sure that you come back quickly. And that's so that you won't give the enemy room to have eyes stray or sound wander and distract you from your partner because you give up for fasting and prayer. And I think that was brought out in my studies because so many people in their marriage withheld sex for punishment. And you're not supposed to do that. It's not a weapon, it's a gift. It's
It
a gift that you need to explore and enjoy, and don't always do it in the dark.
is,
You know,
right.
it's
And
dirty.
you got to make the eye contact, right? Because that's intensity, right? So when you make the eye contact, that is one, it takes away, it begins to show the lovers that the connection, that there is a connection and they're comfortable with one another. There is moments that you have to have your eyes closed because you're just into the moment. But the
Right.
intensity when you look into each other's eyes is to say, I really do love you. I really am here and I'm present in the moment with you. That's so critically important for couples to get to that stage in their love making.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, it is. And it's in the foreplay starts. And so people probably saying, oh, this is the Own It magazine, personal, professional, and business development. Well, I'm going to tell you, and we shared last night, I wrote the book, Sweetheart, Before I Say I Do. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you honestly, if your love relationship ain't right, if you decide that you're going to be in a relationship and that love relationship ain't right, it's messing you up in your job, your business, and all the other things that you are trying to accomplish. The love relationship is critical. Am I not right, Dr. Shaw?
You're right. You're very right. It's very critical. And that you need to pay attention because if that's off balance, it will reflect in your professionalism. If you have joy and that positive energy just exuding from your body, do you realize the other energy you will attract?
Honey, you are feeling like, look, I'm on top of the world
You
because
are on top of the world
um,
when water is rolling off your back, and when you release those other hormones, the oxytocin and the I'm getting tongue twisted, but all those other hormones right there get you so
Right,
excited. It puts you in a different realm and you process information differently. And when
right,
you see visions, you see them a lot clearer, more precise, and you'll handle your business different. And you will
right.
attract like people to work in your professionalism.
Yeah, yeah. And you want to show up excited in what it is that you do. You handle your day a whole lot better when you are feeling when you're feeling sad, when you leave satisfied, right? You are on
Yes.
top of the world. There's nothing like having your it's nothing like having your world just satisfied completely. Mhm.
Yes. So I hope you can see the comments. My phones are jumping. I had to turn them off because I don't want them to keep
Oh,
the comments, but I had to go on airplane mode.
that's awesome. But yeah, you just, it's so this is a part of the dynamics of our lives that we keep in turmoil. Like even with so even with our discussion yesterday, that tells you the dogma that's associated with the love relationship, the whole men are this and women are that, the whole separatism of the love relationship, when it's not designed like that. It's designed
Right.
for the two to come together and to be one with one another, and one means to be in total agreement, right?
Oh,
And so that is listen, we got to talk about this issue because people are walking around here bitter and disgusted. And it is because, listen, real talk, we grown. Real talk, we're grown. You're not climaxing. You're not having that release. And that's what you need to have. Need to have that release. And so I want to ask you, what are some of the things that these couples can be doing this weekend? What are some of the soft touches? What are some of the startups that they can do in order to increase this moment?
well, let me say this. Don't wait for Monday to start swooning your partner. You can start now. You could have started yesterday. You should have started weeks ago. But start sending different little texts, little things. I took a picture that I need to go ahead and share with you all eventually this weekend. And it's a picture of a bra and panty set. I personally like matching bra and panty sets, and I learned that from my mom. So if my mother's wearing animal print on the top, she has an animal print bra and panty. If she's working,
Yeah, okay. I see.
she has orange bra and panty. So I've learned to layer all that from my mommy. So I took a picture of the matching bra and panty, and you can send it to your partner. Take yours, not mine,
Right, right,
and
right.
say, should these be on or off when you get home? You
Oh,
know,
oh, that's cute. I like that.
different little things, or hey, listen, on Friday the kids are going out. I'm dropping them off. When I get home by 7:15, I want you on the steps, Nick, wearing nothing. You
Right.
know, or
Yeah.
or just your tie. You just something like that.
Listen, in your birthday gear.
Just
Okay.
something very gentle like that, but it starts with just little things. And that's your safe way for sexting. So you send
Mhm.
that little sexy text, and but you can keep that up way past Valentine's, but just keep it fresh and keep it interesting, or even suggestions. Listen, should I wear this or this? Do you want the red or the blue? Just to keep them involved, and
Right.
oh baby, I bought these sexy boxers. And our husbands were raised with tidy whities. Tidy whities was the general thing to put on. Get them some boxers.
Yeah.
Invest in some boxers. And if they don't like them, say just wear them tonight for me so they can be sexy.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
can put the fishnet on your leg and put the shoe on. Now I know some of us can't walk in our stilettos anymore, but put the shoe on. Get somewhere pretty. Take a
Yeah.
picture of the pointed toe and say, I can't wait to see these around your ear. Just different little things. You
Oh,
can
oh, oh,
say.
oh.
Just little things. And a lot of it is that you're voicing what you want to do. That you want to be a part of it, and they want you to want men. Let me tell you, your partner wants to know you're wanted too.
Yep.
Um, I'm working on a show, and I'll tell it to you because I want you to know. Where is it written that the one with the testosterone has to initiate? Where is it written? Because the ones with testosterone want to know that they are desired too.
They want it too. Yep.
Right. So yes, you might want to him to smack you on your booty, but he wants to have his booty smacked too. Yes. You know, and just do that thing. Just pop it a little bit, like, yeah, baby, that's mine. You know, just little.
That's play. That's play. And you need to laugh with your partner too. You need to be able to tickle and laugh, and you just need to roll around. And that's what I was talking about yesterday. It was like, you know, some women don't want their hair messed up. Okay, I get it. Whatever. You need to be able to have some playful, youthful. That's where your youthfulness should show up.
Let me tell you something, girl. If you rock his world, he'll fix your do the next day. He will go get that fixed, baby, because I'm just going to remember what happened. What happened? I used to tell him, I said, listen, my husband will skip to work and run home because he knows what's at home.
Right. And then that's fun. That's fun too. That's fun too, where you're not always so serious. And that's what I see. I say, now get me in the mode where I have to speak to something and it's an issue. Then I'm passionate because now you're talking about what I'm purposed to do. But when it comes down to fun and entertainment and let my hair down, hello, I know the balance. I know how to let my hair down. I know how to laugh. I know how to, when I get a chance to do a cartwheel, roll over. I know how to be tickled and played with. All of that. You got to have a balance. I mean, you know, you get around folks and it's like they're so stiffed up. It's like, you killing me right now. Listen, let's talk about the exotics and the aphrodisiacs, right? Because that chocolate wine is one.
Yes, it is one. It is one.
So share with us some of the secrets or some of the things that we wouldn't normally know.
But it's a lot of it is in the food you eat. You can taste like what you eat. So I suggest that you eat your fruit so that when they kiss you, they can, wherever they kiss you, you can taste like the pineapples and the strawberries. Those juices come through. You might not believe me, but you ever eat asparagus and it causes you to urinate, but the scent will come through your pores. There are different things that will come out of your body. So when you are participating in cunnilingus or fellatio, you have a tendency to taste what you've eaten. And so you want your partner to taste the sweetness. The Bible says the sweet honey that comes from your body, the nectar. Yes. But the chocolate strawberries, the chocolate pineapples, incorporate all that, and you can feed each other as well as yourselves. Marissa, I do believe you said you liked yours warm.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I like mine's hard. So each one is different textures, different reasons. So even if you are partaking in the warm chocolate and you dip your strawberry in it, and you know how you pull it up and it's drizzling, do not hesitate to drizzle it over.
Oh, honey, yes.
Over your partner, and then lick every drop off. You know, and I say, because I coach a lot of couples that have not been intimate in years, not days, but years. Start there slowly. And if something tingles and if something happens and if it works out, great. But don't make that your goal, because your goal is to touch. Because our thing is wanting you to reconnect. Just reconnect. And in reconnecting, more often than not, then that should lead to a different level of intimacy.
Right.
So she said the chocolate wines. I said the fruit in the chocolate.
Well, hold that thought, because we want to let our viewers know what you're up to and what's coming back. So you had it, but it's coming back. So we're going to take a moment to check that out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a promo.
Hi, everybody. Why don't you join me here every Monday night at 9 p.m. for Pink Chair Conversation with Dr. E. We talk about wonderful topics about sex and more sex, intimacy, and romance. See you then, Monday nights at 9.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be on the lookout for when Dr. Shaw announces her return to her show. We're really excited. You know, we'll be supporting you, and we'll announce it in the Own It magazine as well. And for those of you who don't know, you're going to follow Dr. Shaw. She is in the Own It magazine. She's in the Own It Lifestyles and Living magazine that's just being released this month, and then she's also in the Own It magazine, because I believe in a balance as a CEO of my business, and one who really understands how all of these things affect you, all these different relationships. But the one relationship that I know is the most critical beyond your relationship with your Heavenly Father is the love relationship. The love relationship, if it's not intact, can cause you to plummet. So if I'm a business coach and I'm working with a client, I can be working with that client all I want to. If they're in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or a love relationship, if that is awry, if it is in distress, I can be talking to this person all I want to. They're not going to get it. They're just not going to be present. And so as a business coach, and with my background being in psychology, I know the importance to speaking to this area, and I'm not taking it lightly. There are too many people that are suffering from broken, dysfunctional relationships. That part of the dysfunction is because y'all don't know how to have fun anymore. You've taken fun out of it. You've built up all these criteria and the statistics and all these checklists and all this other stuff, and it's become so freaking mechanical that you've taken the emotion and the passion and the drive and the youthfulness of what the love relationship really should look like and feel like. And so I gotta talk to it, because I can't help you if I ain't dealing with all of you. So I want to deal with all of you. And so we have Dr. Shaw tonight, and she's going to give us some tips on. She's already given us some tips. She's telling you about sexting, and so she's telling, because foreplay begins before the play. Right? So you got to do a building up of, yo, baby, you looking hot tonight. When you left out of here, man, I was looking at you. Oh, my God, you did blah, blah, blah to me. You did it. You got to say those things. And y'all, you are, this is what I always say to folks. You're thinking it, but you're not acting on it. The stuff that you should be acting on, you're not acting on. The stuff you shouldn't be acting on, you acting a fool. So you need to start showing up for the stuff you should be showing up for.
Yes. Well, let me share this with you too. My husband, God rest him, I miss him. It's been 3 years since he passed away. But what he would do is, he was a DJ, so he would do playlists. That's the right word, playlist. Especially if he knew he had somewhere to do. Like today, we're celebrating my birthday, and so he would have all these beautiful love songs, and going from one to the other, to the point where I'm probably on my phone working, and I'm hearing this love song, or I'm hearing NDRE, but then I hear Bruno Mars, the one he would sing to me all the time, and I'm like, oh, let me be in the moment. He's wooing me.
Yeah.
So pay attention and get my head out of the works mode and get into your femininity.
Yes.
Let the femininity essence just the aroma start to flow. Yes.
Let me tell you. And you have to do that. And men, let me give you a charge. For women who are go-getters, don't underestimate yourself, because see, where you're thinking that we need one thing and you having a conversation with yourself, you should be having a conversation with the woman that you really, really love. Let her know you love her. Now, if she rejects you, come on, we grown. Everybody's not going to want us. But if you don't show up, you may miss out on her just being head over heels in love with you, and you having a fabulous experience. Because when we get ready to sit down, honey, we want to be fully affectionized. So to speak. We want you to rub us. We want you to love us. We want the attention. And sometimes if you a go-getter and I'm a go-getter, who's getting us? So we need somebody to be a go-getter and somebody to sit down. We need balance in the force. We need balance in the force. So don't listen. If you really are attracted or you really care for someone, step out, believe that you're worth it, and tell that person that you really, really care about them before you miss out on such a tremendous opportunity. Because we do know how to make room. We do know how to stop And we know how to make sure that you have access to us if we want you. If you are the one for us, right? We
That
do know
is
how to
right.
stop,
That
and we
is
know
right.
how to make sure that we give you time, but don't waste our time. We do know how to do that, and so you want to make sure that you, you because you want compatibility. You want the one that you want.
Now I'm gonna tell you a little secret. My husband, he was funny because he was used to rescuing women,
Yeah.
and they were in need of him, and he was their knight in shining armor. He didn't have to rescue me. When I fell in love with him, I fell in love with him, and he felt a little inadequate because I didn't necessarily need him. I said, I don't need you, but I want you, and I
Hey,
love
that's
you.
a beautiful thing.
And it was a whole different level of loving. So you got to pay attention to what's around you.
Yep, you got to pay attention and don't count yourself out, and don't have private conversations. Have conversations with the person that you need to be having the conversation. You're gonna have to man up or woman up, and you're gonna have to wear your heart on your sleeve and just trust. Because you just never know what could happen. You just never know the one who could really, really want you, and want you right where you are,
Exactly.
yeah, and drama and trauma free, all of that drama and trauma free. And so you really want to make yourself available. So you're right. So we charge you people be in the moment, like Dr. Shaw said. So I even do that, this is a whole other conversation. I do that with my children because I'm busy that, my kids are grown. So I get so busy. I say, oh, Marisa, check in, gotta reconnect. And so we do want to make sure that we do that with our lovers. Make sure you make the time, make them feel super special. That's why they wander around because they feel neglected at home. And you want to make sure that you're the one taking care of that. Hey, I like the rub downs.
Right. Exactly why I'm telling you, don't limit your love making and your seducing just to Valentine's. Every day should be Valentine's. Don't
Every
just buy the chocolates on this particular day in February. Every day. And it doesn't have to be a whole case. It could be 8 Snickers. It could be the little miniature one. But just take time to let your partner know, I love you. I hear you.
Look, drop that in your mouth, let it melt a little bit, and then listen. We can you believe it or not? We got to come back against this. This was fabulous. We are out of time, and so I want your closing remarks. What is that wow thing you want to say to our audience? So that they can seize the moment and then take Valentine's Day and make it ripple into the rest of the year.
Well, I'll say this that I said in the opening that Valentine's should be more than just one day. It should be 365 days of the year. Make sure your partner knows that you love them, not just by saying it, but showing it. And if you don't know how to do that, you need to first love yourself. So you might have to spend some quality time with yourself so that you could be a better lover for your partner.
Yeah, that's so important to make sure that you spend time to love yourself, because when you do, you're so free to love. You are
Yeah.
free to love. And then also walk in forgiveness. One of the biggest things is holding a grudge. Learn how to let stuff go quickly. Pick your battles right, so that you are able to enjoy. This love thing was made for us to enjoy, like pleasurable. Oh my God, like pleasurable like never before.
Yes.
It's meant to be. It's meant to be a wow. It should make you take a nap.
It should be a wow factor.
It should make you take a nap. Girl, you should be like floating on air for the rest of the day. That's what real love should feel like. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to wish you the best. I don't care where St. Valentine's Day came from, its origins. It's all about the love. The point is what you do with each and every day. And it means God wants you to love and make love happen. It's just a beautiful thing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Love you. Have incredible, sexiness. And just make sure you get the license to do it.
True.